The views expressed on this Turnbuckle Tabloid live stream or Turnbuckle Tabloid podcast episode do not reflect the views, thoughts, or opinions of the Rageworks brand, including the Rageworks Podcast Network, Rageworks content partners, advertisers, and affiliates. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, the listener. In case you haven't heard, because I've been basically saying it for the past few weeks, we just started a new network. Yeah, New York Wrestle Media. It's a whole virtual experience visually for all those connected in the world of wrestling, pop culture, live stream video games. Oh, it's happening. And it's not only me doing it. Yeah. Got a few cohorts who jumped in the mix. Covering subject matters as history, indie wrestling, news of the day, pop culture, and like I mentioned, video games. I know, me too. I'm excited. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, Twitch, and on TikTok for New York Wrestle Media. Follow, subscribe, like, be a part of the vibe of all things connected with New York Wrestle Media.
This is Daniel Garcia, and you're listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
It's your boy Jada Red Santee, your host of Turnbuckle Tabloid, here to say thank you to you, the listener, for being a part of the 7 years of wrestling, babble, and all things ridiculous here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. The podcast has been here doing it big for so many years, and we appreciate every person who's subscribed and listened to the podcast each and every year. But I got something else for you guys. Yeah, we've been doing it up different this time of year. Starting to expand our wings a little bit more. We're hitting up the YouTubes, hitting up the Twitch, hitting up the TikToks. Yeah, boy, hitting up the IGs as well. We're doing live streams there, and I want you guys to be a part of it as well. It's going to be exclusive content there. So what you don't get on the podcast, you'll get on the live streams. So it'll be great if you guys like, subscribe, began following all those social media websites for Turnbuckle Tabloid, and believe me, you will not miss a thing. Catch us there.
Hey, this is Abe Cannon. You're listening to the Turnbuckle Tabloid, and if you don't listen, you're fired.
Give me a fucking mic. Turnbuckle Tabloid, cutting a promo. Cutting a promo this week. Gotta give a big shout out to our peoples at VxS Arrival 2. This is gonna be a big one, y'all. If you're in the New York City area, make sure you check us out the Tri-State. VxS Arrival 2. Check them out on their social media outlets, and Ridgefield, New Jersey at the Mecca. We're doing a big this Friday. It's going to be a poppin' show. When I say it's poppin', it's poppin'. August 23rd, man, it's going to be a big event, and I'm hoping that all you guys pull up for that as well, doing big things over there. Main event is going to be Kenta versus the home boy NYC repping BK's finest Homicide going to get for a first time ever with Kenta. Hope you eat that GTS dog. Gotta get humbled. But other than that, this week's Cutting a Promo is a conversation that I had with my co-host for collared a pinfall on the New York Wrestle Media Network on YouTube. Make sure you check us out there, as well as on Twitch, and check us out on TikTok as well, underneath the Turnbuckle Tabloid umbrella. Got big content there. Gotta bless the boy M2 Inc. because I love his thoughts and feelings for wrestling, but at the same time, he's not. We've had discussions on the show about it as well, but I think that there's a median of what his beliefs of what wrestling should be and what it is now to this day. So, to stop beating around the bush. So, we had a conversation about why is it that wrestlers don't make wrestling look real? One wrestler in point that he likes to bring out is Ricochet. And with Ricochet's whole career as a high flyer, athletic, semi-technical kind of guy, he feels as though that his moveset doesn't transition as real. But he's also said that in the same breath that Reggie, Sidney Akeem, now in Ring of Honor, makes his moveset real. We got to have a conversation about this in the comments section of the show. We got to do something about that. We have to do something where we need to see what the difference is. So, I guess his, excuse me, his whole argument is making wrestling look real, which is I guess it's a contradictory to what it really is. We know that wrestling is choreographed. We know that wrestling has a set model to on the larger scale is to make your wrestler that you're working with, the worker that you're working with, look good and not getting them hurt at the same time. And I believe that what happens is that nowadays with the transitioning of what modern day wrestling is considered to be, there is a loss of the fact that maybe imagination and thought of imagination is lost. Which I get. I understand that. I get that firm belief that, yes, I'm a old school 80s golden era kind of guy who liked to believe that the punches that someone got hit in the head with actually hurt them or knocked them out. Or you took a pile driver and it basically took you out of commission for a couple of weeks or next week, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying. But at the same time, we're looking at a different genre of wrestling these days in many different facets as well. I'll go down the line discussing the making wrestling real aspect. So when we think about that, you look at the strong style of New Japan, you look at the British strong style and stuff, where they work a little stiff, where there's not a lot of technical stuff where you confine to and make sense of what the transition is for the next move or the next strike or what the case may be. And even if in its early days, you still got to take in consideration, which is the offensive individual having to open up that gate for the one on defense to allow it to happen. And it has to be in a sequence to where that it makes sense. Sometimes those pauses, those transitions, you kind of look at yourself and go, I would have not stood for that. I would have probably kicked out of it or punched somebody in the head. Yeah, you're right. And at the same time, that's not professional wrestling. You can go to mixed martial arts and look for that. You also look at aspects of where there's the spot to where there's 5-6 individuals standing outside of the ring, tussling or doing the hodgepodge of gathering, and then someone climbs on the top rope and topes, splash, or whatever the case may be, and they all take the spot. And everybody goes, well, how random could that occur? Very random in professional wrestling, because it's all about the high spots. That's what the fans are there for. And you could say this in the world of WWE. You could say this in the world of AEW. Any spectrum of professional wrestling, that's what it's there for. Regardless if you believe it makes sense or not, that's what it's there for, because the fans want to give you that pop when it's done. Athletically, you can see these wrestlers and know that, wow, these guys knock it out the park. They have movesets. They're quick. They're agile. They're able to transition, counter. But at the same time, when you're saying that, you also have to keep in mind that there's a person on the other end that has to take those moves, those spots, and vice versa. And this is where the misunderstanding of the wrestling can occur. So for me, I'm one that says, like, if you're woozy from a move and you're on your feet, I guess sell more that you're woozy until the sunset flip off the middle rope hits you and you have to catch that individual. I think there's a base and time for where that happens. But I believe that in the world of wrestling, the safety goes over more than the sell. Because there's not individuals who could feign woundy, dizzy, disorganized kind of move, and then to catch someone, than to believe, like, I got to catch this person at this spot. And I think that's what makes more sense when it comes to the belief that wrestling is not as real as it should be. Case in point, to where you have a high flyer who body slams their opponent in the in-ring, and they don't slam them the right way, or there's a bit of distance there. Maybe the opponent's body should have been shifted the other way to accept the incoming high spot from the top rope. And you see the twitching of the legs to move you in that position. That right there bothers me. That I could say that's one thing that grinds my gears, as many people would say, because of the fact that, let's be a little bit more professional and let's fit them to get into that spot. So you slam the person, you know, maybe that they're a little bit further that you can go to, or maybe they're not in that proper angle. Grab a leg, turn them over, grab a arm and a leg, pull them into position. Let's not rush to get to that spot, because at the end of the day, what's the big spot is the high spot that's going to be the finish. So, set them in position. Put them in the spot. Hell, kick them in the gut, kick them in the head, kick them in the leg. So they can actually sell like, oh, and they can't move while you climb up to the top. M2 Inc. brought up how the biggest move set right now that's happening is Bronson Reed with his tsunami off the top. And he's like, why is it that nobody else can do that? There's no big cell. I said, because first of all, he's 300 something pounds. As soon as he climbs up to that top, he shouldn't be posing. He shouldn't be flexing. There shouldn't be no R2 joystick up taunt. He's going to go up there and splash. And because of his size, he doesn't sit there and try to balance himself, whatever. He climbs up there. He's coming down. He's coming down with weight. And at the same time, many people who've taken that move have said that it's the most softest and most safest splash that they've ever taken, which is a good thing. And I think that we should know about that. But even still, it's a beautiful thing to know that he could go quickly to the top, fall down, and hit his opponent powerfully with force, make it dangerous, and not really hurt the person taking it. Beautiful artistry. It's a beautiful work. There's other aspects of wrestling, like I said, that they could be a little, comical and jokey and such, like the chest chops or the elbows. Really? I wish I can elbow or chest chop somebody and they think they could go toe to toe with me. Hell, how about me punching somebody that they have and not them dropping? Because for me, as not only a wrestling fan, but as a street dude, if somebody presses me and the punch I throw is a wrestler's punch and I'm not knocking anybody out, well, I guess I got my schooling from a place that's different. But this is the mentality of a lot of M2 Inc. Followers and such. And I'm not mad at that because, yes, I feel the same way too. Hell, I wanted that same feeling when I watched Ring of Honor. And I said, shit, these are straight shooters. The shoot's going to be real. They're going to be stiff and all that. And then come to find out, yeah, they too were part of sports entertainment. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. It's all about what's the sell for the product. What is the gimme for the product? What is draw? Hell, WWE had been the lone wolf for the longest time. And even when no one wanted to watch it because they deemed it way too fake, stories didn't make sense, it was stupid. Vince McMahon had way too much control of the company. Nothing makes any logical thing until you have to get a force fed to you through the crowd. The Daniel Bryan movement, say what you want about it, in the case may be, but it happened. When their favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler comes into town and they have to try to defeat them for a stagey spot for a title and they lose, and so finally down the line that they end up winning. It's like, yeah. This has been the business for the longest. Hell, before even there was no competition, this was the business. You know who makes the wrestler? Besides the wrestler, who in the back, honestly, needs to go to the back, reevaluate themselves, maybe change a moveset, maybe come up with a gimmick that draws in the crowd. Maybe just be able to perform in the ring. Throw up a signature up in the sky, throw some fingers, throw a hand, throw a respectable, and this is what I'm talking for my faces, throw a respectable taunt that works and get over. Maybe that'll help you get over. At the same time, with the heels, feed the heat, get into it. There's some people that don't like to be a fan, hated, because that's not in their personality. And maybe, just maybe, if you lean into it, that's what I said about the Dominic Mysterio thing. He leans into it so heavy, and I love it. I love it. He's done so well with that gimmick. He's been in the business for so many years, and when he finally walked in with a permanent spot, he was given dog shit. He ate it until regime change, and it was like, yeah, let me see what you do with this. And he's like, got you. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to wrestling at this focal point right now. It's what I get. You can see whatever spectrum of wrestling that's out there, from WWE to AEW to TNA, whatever. I get that. New Japan. But where are the most eyes drawn upon? And say what you want that, well, WWE's been around for the longest time. Okay, no problem. The Yankees have been too as well. So how would you feel and thought that the Yankees were playing the White Sox in an exhibition game in the spring and loaded up their whole team with superstars to play the game? A lot of you guys will sit there and go, that shit is dope. Fuck that. Run them out. Fuck that. Right? Right. This is the same that's being said with WWE right now. Regardless who's in front of them, regardless of the time frame, the individuals during the week, whatever, they're going to load up the deck with their Aaron Judges and their whole New York Yankee lineup. And it's going to be crazy. Juan Soto's going to be out there. Everybody's going to be out there. And they're going to do it every week. And I wouldn't be mad if AEW did the same shit, because that's what you're supposed to do. But at least in one way, shape, or form, these days, and it's almost me biting my tongue to say this, WWE is actually making more sense with their storyline than any time in their past 10-year history. And this is what people are growing to. They're gravitating to this year. This is what it is. So it's not really about realism, making it look real, making it look as though that we're all fighting. No, it's not about that. It's the sell of the product. It's the sell of the individual within the product. It's the sell of making a faction so dominant and so scary that they have to come back to see it. It's the push to say that, yeah, Hogan had me lay there wait for a fucking leg drop that took 5 minutes to get it. But you took that 5 minutes to take it, though. You waited that long time. You didn't come out of pocket and fucking jump up and kick him in the dick and change the match. No, you took it. Same thing could be said with John Cena and his five knuckle shuffle to the FTFU. This is what he does. And the fans will sit there, wait, and pop for it. You got to take that in consideration, because that's important, which is the sell of it. It is the movement. If you sit there and want to critique a wrestling match move by move because you think that wrestling needs to make it real for me, then go to shoot shows. That's what'll make it real for you. It happens. That's what's the most important about it. You have options to go anywhere else. And when it comes to companies like this, they're pulling billions and gajillions of dollars to sit there and tell you guys, yeah, we're full of shit and you're going to like it. But even now, with the Triple H era and their creativity and and how great administration has been moving and such, you can't even argue it because there's something on that table. Because even if it doesn't look real to you, it looks real to fucking 90% of the audience. And that's all they care about. That's all that they really care about. And like I told M2 Inc. and I told everybody else, I said, hey, if you're not happy with what's going on with these products to make it fake or whatever, start your own promotion. Start from the grounds up. Be shoot. Be stiff. Get a trampoline. Get some crates. Get a mattress, a few mattresses, and maybe an overlay on it, and make your own shit. And let me see how much people draw to you as opposed to what WWE has been doing for years with their fake wrestling. That's just what it is. It's a soap opera. There's certain instances. Look, if somebody gets hit in the head with a chair, you're supposed to be out for days, maybe months, with a big. In Spanish, we say a chichon. We call that a lump. A big chichon on your head. And what we see in wrestling, these people jump back up. They're throwing kicks. They're throwing haymakers. They're throwing work punches. And they're back after taking a swirling chair shot to the head. I don't get it. I really want to get an understanding of what wrestling fans want. The only thing that I told you guys for the longest, make the storylines just believable. That's it. Just make the storylines believable. I'm still trying to muscle through with this this Dante, Rick, Rhea Ripley, and with the Liv Morgan. And I'm like, aren't all these people in relationships with other people outside of the business? But I still have invested in the fact that I could disassociate that and just know that the story is what matters. Same thing could be said about the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre story. Drew McIntyre says that CM Punk is nothing but a soft pussy. That's why he's not here at the record, at the autograph signing. But at the same time, they're buddy to get this program going on. Come on. This is what, as wrestling fans, we need to do is disconnect and get what the storyline is. That's all it is. And in many cases we can't, because we always got to prove that we're not being worked. We're not a mark. We're following what's the trend of wrestle media. It's like, no, you can still have fun with it. The facade, moving away from the fact that, yeah, I know that Kevin Owens is married. I know that he and Sami Zayn are best friends. But when they had beef, we ate the beef. I'm too grown to say pause, so I'm not going to say pause. We got to take in consideration that the disbelief in wrestling is okay. I remember Will said wrestlers need to be more method. And if you didn't know what that is, method in the acting world is disallowing and disconnecting from reality, which is your world, to more invest into the character, the gimmick. One big hero of that was for Lincoln, the lead sat there and did everything hectically to make everybody on the set very uncomfortable. I believe Jim Carrey did it for Cable Guy. He did the same shit. You got to take in consideration sometimes the work manifests himself to be the better work because you're earning the gimmick. And many may say that especially Homicide, he would turn around and say, yeah, you're a mark for doing that. Okay, that's fine. But who's drawing the dollars from it? Who's making the monies from it? If I came into the business as a wrestler and I'm going to be a Brooklyn thug, which many people are, but you got to know how to sell it better. I'm going to find a way to know how to sell it better with conversation, promos, photos, post. You got to know how to work it and just not believe that it's not going to sell and blame it on the fact that nobody's promoting me. No, you're walking down that rampway with your thug shit, then you should be putting that shit on as well. Got to. This is where the realism comes into wrestling. That's when you're real. Even when you're a gimmick, you're real. And you got to sell what's real. And I believe that in this day and age, regardless of standing around to catch a tope suicida or putting yourself in a position for a reverse curb stomp or chin check or anything off the top rope, you got to take in consideration that's what the job is and that's what you're taking. But you got to make sure that you do it and not lose the mystery, the mystery, which is the match itself. So let's not slide on the ground just as you could take a swanton. Let's not move in a correct position because you're about to get hit with an STF. Or maybe we should know where to be placed when it comes to the rock bottom. Because at the same time, if you're not at that right spot, they, as the aggressor, as the spot maker, needs to fit you in that position. But once again, what do I know? I'm just standing behind a mic, talking shit in the opus, just so that I hoping that you listen. When we come back, we got much to talk about. Wrestling Rundown is on the charter and much, much more. And I mentioned earlier, make sure you guys check out VxS Arrival 2, hitting you guys in Ridgefield, New Jersey this upcoming Friday at 8 p.m. And it's going to be a big, big, big card. I love what's being stacked on there. Jordan Green, Homicide, Kenta. If you're not in the New York area, make sure you find them on a Triller or whatever streaming sites that they have. But if you're in New York, you can't be missing this shit, dog. So let's tighten that up and don't go anywhere. Stick around. Much to talk about. Wrestling Rundown is on your way, and I'll check you guys in a sec.
This is Jack Sabbath, and you're listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid.
It's Wrestling Rundown with Jay Santy.
Live from New York, it's Turnbuckle Tabloid.
So I'm over here like getting ready for what's going to happen this weekend with All In. And then I realize the fucking pre-show starts at 10 a.m. in the morning. Ain't that some shit?
I'm still sleeping at 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
No, wouldn't that be brunch for the ladies? Isn't that brunch time?
Brunch is more 1 p.m.
I figure that, you know, we're getting ready. Their hair is getting done. And no, that's for Mike. I'm sorry, that's Mike. That's not it. Ariana just wakes up pretty. That's all it is. She's officially Snow White. She just wakes up pretty. You all right over there, Mike? You good?
I'm good over here. What about you?
I don't know. You're over there like convulsing. I was like, yo, everything's all right.
You're talking about my hair. I just showed off my hair.
Oh, that's what that was? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You be nice to me. I'm giving you a ride tomorrow for violence and suffering.
You ain't giving me shit. I'm paying for my ride, fucker.
I can have the car drive away from you and just tell you to shove it.
That's all right. You know what? I'll hitch a ride like they did back in the days in the 40s and the 30s. And you stick your leg out and let the car pick you up, like going my way, sailor, and do something. Like
I'm not going there.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wrestling Rundown.
So guys, want to say, first of all, before we kick off Wrestling Rundown, I want to thank everyone who has been subscribing, liking to the new network, New York Wrestle Media. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been just slowly but surely climbing up the subscriptions. We get in there. We're cranking out episodes. I told you guys, once the ball starts rolling, we're going to start hitting you guys back to back with episodes week by week, man. Just finished wrapping up with these two here with Ariana and Mike, who did a spectacular job on History and Headlocks this past week. The topic matter will be up to your liking, which will be wrestling in reality. It's wrestlers in reality shows. What a great topic. Who came up with that?
Ariana.
Did I come up with that one?
We pretty much just gave each other credit.
We were just throwing ideas around, and I forget who's who.
That's so humble. It's like, it wasn't me. It was you. No, it was you. We both did it.
Team effort.
Somebody got to be Michaels in this thing. Somebody got to be.
What's the shit on Mike part? Like, what the hell?
No, of course not. That's tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. So, Respect the Crab Podcast. What's up, Papa? Big shout out to that boy. That boy had a humongous interview with Homicide this week on his show, man. Check that out.
Sweet.
D is always a pleasure to have on the show, and I was busting balls with him. I was like, yo, how is it that your mic works better on your show than with me? It always sounds like you're like hiding in like a dungeon in Iraq. How the hell that happened? Shit. Check out the boy over there at Respect the Craft, man. Doing his big things over there. And also check out our episode. Ray and I did an episode of We Didn't Buy a Ticket. It's a focus on we're showing love, showing respect, and busting balls on independent wrestling. So guys, check that out, man. Ariana, I was pleased. You said you enjoyed it.
I had a blast watching it. I was sitting here cracking up along with you guys. Because I told you a couple of weeks ago, sometimes YouTube will feed me these random indie shows to watch. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll sit down and watch it just to see what's going on the other side of the country. And then at the time, it's like, what is going on here?
Oh, please. Let me tell you. And remember, send them my way. Whenever you see something, send them to me.
Absolutely.
Send them that way, because believe me, I will put them in the playlist and I'll
absolutely,
gentlemen.
Also, you got it.
Check us out at Collar the Pinful as well. Myself and Marvel, Marquise Maverick, who do a rapid fire news segment back to back. Not only do we cover wrestling, we cover pop culture and all things relevant as well. We do a rapid concession, and we're doing it off real big over there. And also, big announcement coming soon. We have a returning tag team, and they're coming back and being debuted on New York Wrestle Media. You might know them from Turnbuckle Tabloid, but they're going to be making their debut and return at the same time. Can you do that? Can you make a debut and return at the same time? Is that possible?
Technically.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. We'll make it up. We'll just go. It's a review. There we go. We'll do that. It's a review. So that'll be coming shortly. But other than that, as always, I am the Norm McDonald of this segment. And watching Wrestling Rundowns, a weekend update. So
never gets old.
Never gets old. Hey, listen, I always got to pay homage to my boy Norm. I love Norm. I miss you, Norm. Norm was great.
He was great.
Congratulations to Dustin Runnels. He's a double champ. Wow. Who figured that? Who saw that coming?
If you had done your bingo card, I would be very happy for you right now.
I'm a big fan of Dustin, so I'm happy for him, because it's probably his last year, maybe, wrestling. So give him all the belts.
You said that last year.
I know, but I think this year is actually it. So give him all the Ring of Honor belts.
When the headline I see on social media is Dustin Rhodes is 2024's MVP in wrestling, I go, okay, we need to really calm the hell down. We really need to relax.
You gotta admit, the guy looks great at his age.
No, nothing against him. I'm just saying, but it's like again, it's like with the Ring of Honor thing. It's like I don't want to go off on a tangent, but it's like, oh my lord.
Right, yeah, because the last thing we need is for you to go on a tangent here. That's the last thing we need. Oh, was that? Thanks for doing sight gags on an audio show.
Jay's number one.
There we go. Who's number one is Dustin Reynolds, because not only he has won titles, Dustin Reynolds. Come on, please. That's his name. By the way, it was very emotional. Did you guys see the video of him and Sammy sitting there congratulating each other for winning those titles? It was amazing.
Yeah, fresh off suspension, you giving him the Ring of Honor tag belt?
Yeah, because it's probably bullshit. The reason why they suspended him was all nonsense. Listen, the way that they're handling suspensions over there in AEW, it's.
We'll get into that later for predictions.
Who's in charge over there? But
we know who.
Yeah. Brian Danielson, whatever his name.
Isn't he like the talent relations guy there too?
Yeah, he's the snitch. He's the police. He popo back there.
He's doling out that ultimate punishment,
the ultimate solution.
Next.
Next up. Oh, again, I'm sorry. All right, we get it. Stop that. What are we doing over here? All right,
so playing music over there?
I'm starting to set the mood.
With who?
Mind your business. Why you all up in my business? Shit. So next up, WWE sold out the fan fanatics at Javits. I know Ariana was not pleased because Damien was not billed for the card for the event.
Very upset about that.
Yeah, why wouldn't they book him there? He's in New York. He's a New York guy. Like, why wouldn't they book him?
He's so over right now. Like, they dropped the ball on that one.
Mike, who would you have paid money to go see?
Damian Priest? I mean, I don't know. The people that they were advertising, it was like Cody Rhodes, Hulk Hogan, Rhea Ripley. It was like
Rey Mysterio.
What a killer's row with everybody. I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing. I would have paid if Jacob Fatu was there, and I would have brought him a chopped cheese. Yeah, has brought him a chopped cheese.
You know what? That's a solid pick. I mean, you know what? Honestly, Tama Tonga, because I never met him before, or I've seen him on the Indies before, so that would have been cool.
Oh my god!
Now you don't have to meet him. I just gave it to you. Is that right there?
Well, thank you. It was all free.
It was like he was in the room with us.
I heard it was a lot of chaos though with the fanatics.
So a friend, or not a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, he had gotten tickets, but he did not know that the signings were separate. You had to pay for the signings separate. So
shit.
You've been at Comic-Con, so that's what happens at Comic-Con. You pay $60 for the ticket, and then when you want the signings or you want to go see, the attractions, the events, or whatever, the stuff, you pay for that.
It's a separate ticket, right?
No, but they didn't say anything to me ahead of time. I would have known. I would have probably not went. I could have stayed home. I said, "Who did you go see?" I wanted to see Cody. I was like, "Oh, all right."
Well, I mean, I heard like 200 people didn't even get to meet Cody.
Look at that. And that's crazy because Cody is actually one of those guys that would stick around and do everything, but they were probably just like cycling them through.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fanatics, I mean, when we did the WWE World in Philly, it was so disorganized. Completely disorganized. They didn't even give you like the times until like half an hour before they were supposed to come out and do signings. Wow. So if you're in the if you're in the store, because the store was huge. This is what happened to us. We were in the store looking at all the merchandise, and then I look at the phone and I'm like, now they say it. So we ran in, and then to get to where they were, it was again chaos because you don't see where you have to go in and check in, and because there's no signage anywhere. So you're being sent into different directions. By the time you get there, the line for said wrestler is looped around, and they're only there for 1 hour.
Yeah, because I know for Cody, when he was at House of Glory, he signed everybody. Like he remember Mike? He didn't move until everybody got signed.
I mean, he did that a lot in the Indies. He did that Press Magic where he has matches that he was staying by the apron. He goes, if anybody wants an autograph or a picture, come, let's go, let's do it. I have nowhere to be.
The most shocking thing was hearing certain other individuals, other podcasts who were sitting there saying they sold out, and why wouldn't they sell out? Like, you questioned it. Of course they're gonna sell out. They sold. Right. There's other athletes that were there. WWE is going to sell out. So the reasoning that I give for everyone is, okay, understand this. WWE is on the biggest upswing in possibly the history of their fucking company. Right? Mm-hmm. You had like 5 years ago where everybody ran to AEW because they were tired of the WWE shit. Then the old man leaves and things start popping off. You hear changes. I'm telling you, I said, it's like you left your old girlfriend, got with the new chick, and realized the old chick is starting to look good again. Like, oh shit, man. BBL, she got BBL over there. Oh, that's some nice gold. BBL. Okay, girl. Let me holler at you for a minute. Yo, I'm gonna come holler at you later, girl. I'm gonna go check this over here. That's exactly what happened with the fan base. 5
years ago, they said WWE was about to die, and now it's like the hottest since it's been since the Attitude Era.
Yeah, WWE will never die. Never.
No, I know, but people 5 years ago were fucking ready there.
They're so fatalistic.
yeah, Brian Alvarez.
Unless the old man wanted to kill us. Next up, by the way, do you guys like the new TNA title? I just think it looks like the TNA title was just in black and red it across it.
I didn't know they had a new title.
Wait, you mean the TBS title?
Apparently, no. The TNT title is a new
TNT title. Oh. Yes. Oh yeah, I liked it. I liked it.
I thought you said TNA.
Yeah. I heard TNA also. I was like, they got a belt.
What did What did he do with the TNT title? What did he do? He just painted it black and threw red.
There's actually a video. I'm sorry, Mike, but if you go to his,
I saw it. I saw it.
He did the whole.
And I
said, soldered it and all this stuff.
The funny thing is I think he bought a replica and then did the whole thing on it.
I'm sure he had to practice.
No, because they're not gonna give him like official aid. Oh well, I don't even know.
No, I'm sure they gave him another belt to do that just in case.
He dyed it black, and then I made sure the TNT was all silver, and then he just took a red paintbrush and went, yeah.
I think my personal taste, I think, is a dope belt like that. I love anything red and black. So it caught my eye immediately. I said, that is a cool ass belt.
Even though it was already red and black.
What's it called? Smelting? Smelt when you like, I guess it's called that when you melt metal.
Yeah.
Who is it? I guess somebody.
I'm bored.
Why are you here?
He's bored.
It's my turn. I'm bored.
You're bored? Oh, okay.
Over.
Bye. Well, now he's gone.
Aww.
He's not bored anymore.
Met him.
All right, come on. The crowd would have loved him. He'd have got a big pop.
He's 5 years old. He's an early wrestling fan. His favorite wrestler is Bray Wyatt. It was a very sad day to break the news to him.
Damn.
Did you tell him?
I've told him like 5 times already. He doesn't process.
Poor thing.
He's with Gigi playing bingo.
Listen, the majority of us, we still haven't processed it yet.
I know.
We're in the same boat with him.
I try to show him Uncle Howdy stuff. Oh, that's Bray? Yeah, that's Bray. Okay.
Oh, baby.
Condolences goes out to the Wild Samoan Appa's family, the Appa Anaoi.
I don't mean to laugh, but just that we go from rest in peace to Bray to the Wild Samoan died.
What a transition! This is
I know.
This is how you work it here.
Yeah, the timing.
Crazy that he passed away. What, like 2 months after his partner passed away?
Yeah, just a few weeks.
I thought it was 2 weeks.
No, it wasn't 2
No,
weeks.
maybe at least a month.
But that's the sad thing too. Is that they're all blending in together at this point. I mean, we had Kevin Sullivan last week, and now this week it's Asa.
Yo, my boy Burns was good. Burns, I see my man Burns. Yo, Burns, you doing big things out there, boy. I love Burns. Check out Burns and his return to wrestling, man. Him and Jerry are out there. Jay Lover is out there tearing up the indie scene in New York City. Check him out, boy. Yeah, I it's almost like, have you ever heard the I forgot the name of it, but it's not the Lover's Death Match, but it's something to where kindred spirits who've been with each other for so many years, and the one pass away, the other one passes away within
follow them. Yeah,
it's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing on this show? This is not what we're supposed to be talking about.
Maybe a therapy session for grief over here.
Right? Well, quick question: does that make Rikishi the elder statesman?
Does he get the chili peppers around his neck?
Yeah, I mean, do they refer to him as the elder now?
I don't know. Which, by the way, did you see the blue chili peppers, or what did we call them? They were
Cool Ranch. The Cool Ranch peppers.
Did we get the Cool Ranch? Are we getting that? I don't know.
Ariana, what was the thing you sent me? Saying the two most important things in WWE right now: the chili peppers necklace and the bracelet.
And the freaking bracelet, the friendship bracelet.
More important than the WWE and world titles.
The titles. They really are.
Did you hear Punk is getting like hundreds of fans giving him bracelets?
Oh yeah, that was the Fanatics. I saw videos. People had bracelets out the ass for him.
Wow.
You break.
To think.
Ariana would just take those bracelets and just break them.
I only said it because I know how she feels. But to think, just not so long ago, he was the most hated guy in wrestling, and now the fans
his ass.
He's
he probably threw them away as soon as he left there. Like, what am I going to do with this shit?
He's probably like, okay, I have 15 Aprils, 15 Larrys. One says I heard
them on eBay.
Maybe.
Wow, you got some venom in you, girl. Damn.
He's cancer.
Fakest man in the world.
Apparently, they're moving all in next year to Texas. Right and high. Texas. Be the whole of all in. Is this a power move because WWE said, "Now we're doing SummerSlam next year there"?
Okay, JD.
JB's more like this. This is what JB more the Oklahoma Sooner. He's a Sooner boomer. He's more like this. So, is this a power move because Wembley said, "I'm sorry, mate. WWE is coming over here." And
you want to take this one first? Because I think we're in agreement. Yeah.
I would definitely think so. I mean, they're all power moving onto each other right now, so I think this is a good move for them. Hopefully, they could draw a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to draw crowds more internationally these days than they do here, but their pay-per-views tend to draw a huge crowd, though.
The bright side is that they're moving this pay-per-view into the July month, so it's going to be July all in and then August all out.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna go that way. That it seems. By the way, Burns, yes, my hands are clean. I know what we're going with this, Burns. Yes, my hands are clean. I'm just waiting for him to say it. I just need his punchline.
You wait for me to read the punchline and they're like, "Oh, you don't know what this means, you dumbass."
No. This is something that I know from that circle of guys. I know what he's gonna go with it. So I believe that Tony had mentioned that they're gonna run a show over there in England anyway. They're gonna do another show anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I thought possibly Forbidden Door.
They could do that, and maybe bring in some of those UK promotions.
Right. Instead of doing New Japan, they'll do the UK, but they'll do like Rev Pro and all those strong styles over there.
Yeah. I think that would be a big hit for them.
I mean, a lot of the New Japan guys still go over there, so I think it would be easier for New Japan as well instead of coming over to the States.
Yeah, listen, I want to see them flourish. I do. And I think overseas is where they really draw their money. That's where the big money's at because they're so deprived over there across the pond, as they would say.
Yes.
Hell, they're going to book in Australia. Of course they're going to sell out in fucking Australia. Of course they're going to get there.
And that's, you see WWE is making that move with booking PLEs internationally now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it almost feels like half of them are going to be in other countries going forward.
Right.
So, AEW should take that lead as well and do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
hungry for it.
I'm happy for it. And let's get it going. Let's get the whole synergy going. Let's get AEW on the cards because coming down on this wrestling rundown, there's some stuff that might be a little bit more suspect later on down the line, but we'll get to that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Tony Khan claims that WWE is tampering.
Again?
Another report came out that which might be a little bit leading because looks as though that some people in the back in AEW's locker room have been talking a little bit too loudly, Lucha Bros, about their possibility of when their contracts are done going to WWE, and they have made it very loud and clear what is their possible plan going that way and what the money's looking like. So,
yeah, they still have a few months, like 1 or 2 months left on their contracts, I believe, correct?
Well, Pence is done, I believe, at the end of September.
Right, but these talks have been going on. Yes,
Ray has injury time still on there.
Right.
Well, they could add time onto him, but they chose not to.
Add to it. I mean, these talks have been going on for months now.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how Tony can say, "Hey, this is contract tampering. They're still under contract with us." When did they start talking about this? May, June?
Right.
Last month, pretty much.
Yeah, so I could see how he would feel that way, especially after what happened a couple of years ago, where they would try to poach Swerve back, and Swerve said, "Fuck y'all, I'm not going nowhere."
Mm-hmm.
And
Tony Khan referred to them as the bald assholes. And I think before we went live, I saw that on the media call. Tony Khan said, "Oh, by the way, Ricky Starks is not a free agent. He's still under contract with us
as of yet."
They literally just put him in a commercial, new commercial that aired last night. It was a commercial. It had clips of the Elite in their current form, and then they threw Ricky Starks in the commercial, and I'm like, "Oh, look, Ricky Starks! I thought he was gone."
I mean, he still could be on the way up, but it's just. Yeah. I feel his contract's up at the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know if I had mentioned it to you guys. I was on a subreddit, and there was somebody talking. they were talking about somebody spoke to Ricky in Philly in April because he was all over the place,
right?
And he asked him straight up like, "What's going on?" And Ricky said that he's actually been happy. There's no issues with him in AEW. That being in AEW gives him the opportunity to pursue other ventures such as acting, modeling, which he knows probably wouldn't be offered to him if he went somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And if you look at his IG profile, he's got model shots up the ass on his account.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And traveling, going to Spain and all these other countries. So he's living it up right now.
Yeah,
as long as he can,
Burns, really? CNC Cola? When's the last time I saw
CNC Cola?
The other day I saw a tab and I was like, whoa, where did they pull this shit out from?
I saw tab too.
I was like, what?
From the basement.
So
RC Cola.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the other one too. I saw RC Cola. I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Classics are coming back. So yeah, so Tony Khan is not pleased with what's going on. But I do pose a question to you guys. Is it contract tampering if technically they're independent contractors?
Well, you could take this one first.
I don't know. I mean, if they're already under contract with a major company, it's like I don't know. It's not like they work for a consulting firm,
Right.
It's always a sticky situation when we talk about independent contractors, because with WWE it's always that debate. It's like why can't they do what they want? But WWE has them go, you're going here, here, and here, and you can't go there. With AEW, you're free to do whatever the hell you want. But as far as contract negotiations, it's always a messy thing because, like I said, Tony Khan threw a fucking hissy fit during the pandemic. Like, that bald son of a bitch is calling up my town asking about contracts.
But I guess it also depends on the other promotions because I know a lot of the guys in MLW can't work in certain other promotions. Like they can't work in AEW or TNA folks can't work. Like I see that. And then once they become free agents, they can go anywhere they want.
Oh, it seems more open when we talk about contract negotiations for MLW and TNA. It's like, they can talk to whoever the hell they want because they realize that WWE and AEW are the top two destinations, and even Japan as well. People want to go over to Japan. But as far as like AEW contracts, not even with the contracts, like anything going on in AEW, it seems like we know everything that's going on backstage. It's like, what the fuck? And people always talk about, WWE is always hush hush. Meanwhile, it's like, what's AEW's excuse?
And honestly, do we really know what's going on? Do we really know what's going on? Or is it just people making shit up?
I think we know 25% of the story compared to what everybody else knows, though.
Right. Exactly.
Just recently I believe it was at the same event at Fan Fanatics, reveal that the wrestlers are able to put in time off. You get annual days with WWE.
PTO.
That's amazing.
What? So apparently, he claimed that there is a system in place in which wrestlers, if they want to take time off to be with family and stuff occurs, or the wear of the road is getting to them for a couple of days and such, then they can put in for time off. Wow, when you're talking about the changing of a landscape.
So what you got to do is you got to download the WWE app, make up a username, and then you got to get to see what days you're available.
There's a gigantic calendar.
It's amazing to think, like, with our normal jobs, to think like, we have like our overtimes, our holidays, vacations. WWE, CM Punk has the same fucking bullshit as us. I want to take a vacation this week and not just be paid for it, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Now, with me, it's like you got to make sure that you calculate. It's like, all right, I put in X amount of time and days this month. I get time and a half and carry over the 4. And then, look, I could be off for 2 days. Yoo-hoo! It's like that.
Right.
We got to. I would love to see how that system works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Be fighting a back. I want that week off.
Imagine, right, that you both want Monday night off, and they're like, nope, one of y'all got, this one got seniority.
One of you gotta cover it.
Hey, Randy, I know you picked the week of 4th of July, but can you want to switch with me the week for the week after?
I got the Christmas, right? Next up, did you guys anybody catch that Ronda Rousey Ask Me Anything? Anybody caught that?
I saw her on Chris Van Vliet, and then I saw I think I saw Cole Talk then say Ronda Rousey controversy on Reddit. I go, okay, so what did I miss? what happened?
So on her AMA on Reddit, she pretty much didn't answer shit. Whatever softball questions were thrown to her, she answered. But on the Van Vliet one, she couldn't go anywhere, so she had to answer whatever was there.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, can't say much about Ronda, but she comes off as a see you next Tuesday. Of course, this is what it is, and
Vince and Bruce Pritchard are old assholes. It's the same story.
Nobody's upset about that, but other than that, everything is other people's fault. She can't hold up accountability for anything that happened and how she burned bridges in that company and such. But she did say that she does like the fact that the Triple H regime is a bit more stable and more of a wrestler friendly environment. Mm-hmm. But even still came off very tongue in cheek, and she's a bitter woman. Honestly, she's like, as much as I hate to say it, she's almost like Brett a little bit.
Hey, no Brett slander.
I love Brett too, but
he's justified. Damn it.
Jay, you don't see Brett going out there saying school shootings are conspiracy theories.
Well, but that's the other thing too, is that's what she got attacked on her Reddit when they were asking questions like that, and they just dodged all that. She didn't answer none of that.
Of course.
Does she not realize what AMA means? Does ask me anything?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ask me nothing and I'll say something.
I have my people filter them.
I have my team filter them.
My husband will to filter out my questions.
Yeah, we talked about Ricky Starks already. We covered that. Dog, man, I like this dude, man, but shit, he's had a string of just ridiculous actions and man, my boy Rich Swann.
Yeah.
Rich Swann was just recently suspended by TNA because a recent arrest which occurred. Apparently, Rich Swann was highly intoxicated and was knocking on individuals' doors, claiming that was his place.
Oh my God!
He was also he was lucky because the person who opened up the door had a gun on them and could have really made.
Wow, that could have ended really badly for him.
But it was thankfully he was arrested because that's what it needed. So he's gone to the social medias and he has stated that he is going into rehab and helping himself out. But this is just been a string in the past couple of years that he's just run into these incidents, man.
That's a shame.
Yeah, actually, like Rich, man. Rich is a cool dude. But hopefully he finds some help. Hopefully he gets the help and he's able to work through it because, man, talented dude, man. But once again, he was a guy that was on the upcome in WWE, and as soon as he had an incident with his wife Sue Young, that's what led to his release there. So. Hulk Hogan, anybody?
No. Don't even go anymore with this.
The big red hot dog?
The racist hot dog?
Listen.
What's going on with him now?
Apparently with Hogan, not only he might be able to be on the investigation for claiming possible attacks on a possible presidential candidate or a presidential winner, the Vice President Kamala Harris, but also at an event, a woman was injured from beer being thrown and hit in the head. Apparently, one claimed that Hogan did it, but some also say that it wasn't. It was another participant and a crew organizer for the event, and threw the beers as described as they were throwing baseballs at a catcher.
What?
Is this the same woman that got fired because Hulk Hogan didn't know she was black?
Oh,
did she get somewhat revenge or get comeuppance?
Oh no, the best part about it is he's at this event. He's you guys want me to body slam anyone? Do you want me to body slam Kamala? Do you want me to body slam the chameleon Kamala? Because she doesn't know what she is. Is she black? Is she an Indian?
Oh,
then he says, how? As in how? Like the Native American how?
Oh my God.
This is the same Hulk Hogan that lifted a tree up and from a car accident.
Then
and he calls her Kamala like the damn wrestler. It's Kamala.
No, I thought it was Kamala.
No, it's Kamala.
It confuses me. Anyway, Paris, which is funny because Kamala's real name was Sugar Bear Harris. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Ain't that something? So, so it looks like he might have some stuff going on. And then after he said all this, he says, I'm going to get some heat for that, brother.
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh, my Lord. God, Jesus Christ, this freaking man. I'm telling you, I don't know. He's trying to beat Ric Flair as the craziest old man in wrestling at this point.
Didn't we say that? Right?
Yes, he did. That's what he's trying to do. I swear to God. Like this, there's no excuse to this.
I can't. I so can't.
Unbelievable.
But yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's our real American. Thank you, Hope.
No, he's not, Jay. No, he's not.
Next up. This one broke my heart. I'm happy for him, but this broke my heart. Mauro Ronaldo has been hired to be Scott D'Amore's announcer for Maple Leaf Wrestling, his upcoming promotion. And thankfully we get Ronaldo back in wrestling, but no! I loved him in WWE. I loved him in NXT. He's such a great announcer, man. He was so fun.
He was good. Yes.
Yeah. I guess they feel better now because they have Pat McAfee. But speaking of which, Pat McAfee's not going to be on TV for a while.
Good.
Thank God. If I had to hear him bark one more time.
He's good in small doses, but
yes,
it's weekly. It's annoying.
Oh.
So wait a minute. You weren't a fan of the big send-off that they gave him?
That was nice. It was nice, you know. Like, was it necessary? No.
I thought he was gone forever. The way that they were posed, the way they were doing it, I was like,
I saw somebody online say, like, I thought he died or something with the way they freaking made it come off. What do you want?
Memories alone.
What do you want? No, do not jump on the couch.
Are we yelling at our pet?
We might have a special guest cat here. Yes. Sorry.
As long as it's not like Matt, whose cat whose ass is all up in the camera. Like,
no, she doesn't do that. She's just staring at me until I touch her.
Like a dirty, dirty girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, so happy to hear that Ronaldo got himself a gig, but why?
So, like, what do you guys think about the Maple Leaf Wrestling?
Mike, you want to take that, or are you still struggling over there? What happened to your headphones?
I had to switch because my iPad's about to die, so I had to switch to my other headphones. But
okay.
I'm happy for Maple Leaf Wrestling. I mean, you have to have high hopes for them because it's Scott D'Amore. He got fired from TNA unceremoniously, which like, when they said on Chris Phillips, it's like, oh, you got this promo saying like TNA is fucking back. I'm ready to start a revolution again, and you're fired. It's like that kind of sucked.
I was so shocked by that. Shocked.
It just sucks because if he was still around in TNA now, just to see him on NXT, because that'd be cool to see. But shit happens.
Yeah.
Next up, where's the ring bell? There we go. Just announced, hey, apparently Ricochet got a shitload of money from AEW. Seems as though that Ricochet has now been signed to a multi-year deal with AEW. Your thoughts? Oh, wait, by the way, hold on. We have a special guest. Hey, puta!
Oye, loco!
Hola, way! Our boy.
Yo, Turnbuckle Tabloid. Let's go!
Our boy Isaac is checking in. That punk Isaac from VxS. The man, the myth, the heterosexual love mate of everyone across the wrestling seas is in the building.
He's not telling one lie.
It's
good to be here, guys. Shout out to Turnbuckle Tabloid. I want to give a big shout out to everybody watching live and everybody that's been supporting this crazy ass journey we're on right now. And yeah, man, but what's up? What's new?
Yo, that's a big card you got going on over there, bud.
It's fucking crazy. I'm not really I'm never nervous for a show. Like, it could be the craziest show. Like, I did a show in 2 states at the same time where I wasn't nervous. This one, I'm pretty nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because I got to talk to Kenta and his English ain't that good.
He's not very good looking. His English is not very good looking.
Pretty good. Passable. Let me stop. But nah, man.
Honestly, listen. If he's able to call fucking spots in the ring, I think he'll be okay with you.
Yeah, like I'm getting ready for that first bell to ring, and that's usually when the nerves calm down. I'm just like very, very honored to be able to put something together dope like that to the area. You know what I'm saying?
My question is, are we having a live band again?
We're not having a live band again. No.
Yay!
Yo, Whole Milk says yay. Whole Milk.
Yes, what's up, brother?
I wanted a live band.
Nah, a mariachi next one.
Oh,
no. I want to like present just like focus more on the wrestling shit. But we are gonna have a tattoo artist in the building, so that's gonna be cool.
Oh Jesus, Jay's gonna have his face tatted by tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
I'll
Wait a
get
minute.
one.
We're gonna get
if he gets
live.
one in his face, I'll get one in my face. Let's go.
We're gonna have we're gonna have a live tattoo artist tattooing people in the venue.
In the venue.
Oh shit! Interesting.
Jay's about to walk out with a TNA Samoa Joe dick on his face.
Yeah, man. It's by someone that's actually in the area, man. His name's Wick for sure. We call him Wick.
Yeah, I know Wick. I heard of him. Yeah,
you know Wick. Yeah, Central Labs. His former shop got burned down and shit. So I want to give back, and also I think it's a good cross promotion for wrestling fans. They love tattoos, so he's going to be doing affordable, some of the best wrestling based tattoos that day. So it's very exciting for him.
Oh, that's dope.
That's very cool to hear.
You know who would get a tattoo, right?
Who, me?
No, not you. You know who would get the tattoo, right?
Oh, Miss Sunshine?
Obviously, Whole Milk Mike. Come on, man.
What's up?
Yo, Mike, we out, Mike.
No tattoo for me, brother.
Come on, man. Listen, I'll get the left side of my face. You get the right side.
No, we're not doing. Isaac, we're not doing no bullshit Uso thing where one side of your face, and one side of my face. And...
I like the production, man. I miss Turnbuckle Tabloid, and I'm very happy to be here, man.
Well, you should like it. You're part of the production as well, man. You've helped put a lot of the work here as well, man. I always appreciate.
I like being behind the scenes. You know me, bro. You know me, Jay. I like being like a unsung little hero that's likes to just make everybody have the platform. You know.
I laugh because
the little engine that could.
I always know how excited he is, and he's got a lot of busy stuff going on. And sometimes I feel a little down because I go, "Wow, he hasn't reached out to me. He hasn't done it down there." Boom! He'd be like, "Yo, I got something for you," and I'm like, "Yeah, he does love me.
Oh yeah,
he does love me."
Absolutely, day one. That's one thing about me. I'm never gonna forget my roots, and I'm never gonna forget the day ones. And I'll say here, man. Since the first time we talked at House of Glory, I want to say 2017, 2016. You haven't changed on me, and I would never change on you and the people you associate with. I also see the consistency in your brand, and that alone speaks volumes to me. So I said, from day one, man, we clicked it, man. So I'm very thankful, man. I'm trying not to get emotional like a little Tostone right now, but
no, that's all right. That's all right. You can get emotional. We like to hear crying.
This is a real, like, it's not just VxS type shit. Like, it's not just violence and suffering. It's definitely beyond that. It's more than that. And this event coming up is really gonna bring a lot of people together that I haven't seen in fucking years, man. So very excited. Shout out Jack. I know he's not watching because he's not really like online a lot. Shout out Jack Sabbath of Wrestling Universe. He's the guy, the mastermind behind giving me the canvas to create all these crazy matches, and he also got me in the game like years ago when he ran at the Elks Lodge back in the day. So shout out Jack, love you, man.
Yeah, this is big, man. I made sure that they gave me my motherfucking RDO for the night because I said I don't like going to Jersey, but I'd have swam over that motherfucker. Fuck that. We'd have made that shit. Thank you, Mike, for the ride. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You're welcome,
Mike.
Isaac, you want to give us a preview of tomorrow? Because Arrival 2.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from Homicide and Kenta,
I would love to. Yeah, for sure. I'll start off. I mean, like we'll start small, like what we got featuring, like beginning level of the card, and then we could go towards afterwards. The 7-match card, featuring some of the best talent that are not on TV. Violence and Suffering and Wrestling Universe are going to present Arrival 2. Me personally, I take pride in VxS being TV, not on TV. Main event of this show is going to be, for the first ever encounter, 2 complete pioneers of not just indie wrestling, but wrestling in general. We got Homicide, the hometown hero, representing Puerto Rico. And then we got the outsider coming in for the first time ever, someone I've been trying to get in touch with for years. We got former GHC junior heavyweight champion, global crown champion, former neverweight champion in New Japan, also strong champion. He is current Defy Wrestling champion, and he's also currently signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that is Kenta. Kenta is going to be making a rare appearance this Friday night in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Yeah, we got Homicide Kenta in the main event. What do you think about Homicide Kenta? We'll start with that real quick.
I want to know. I told Homicide already. I said, yo, I hope you get hit with a GTS, bro. So you got to.
Yo, that's what I mean, bro.
You got to eat one. You know what he wrote back to me? Mark.
Yeah, he does that to me too. He texts me like, Mark, ha ha ha.
Nah, this is a big match, especially yo, me being the Terry Funk of wrestling, bro. Like, oh, you never know what I'm gonna put up my boots, bro. Yo, it could happen any time, man. Yo, I could just walk out or just smoke a blunt after this match and say, "Fuck it, I'm done, yo, I'm done."
We might. Honestly, we might. This match came about when I was brainstorming. I wanted to bring in someone outside of America, and I did. I usually do a lot of Latin. We take pride in bringing a lot of Latin wrestlers to Violence and Suffering. This show with Arrival 2, Kenta was like on top of the list. I was very grateful to bring Kenta in and Film of Homicide last week. A very emotional, probably my most serious.
That was a really good documentary, man. Really
you
good.
saw it? Thank you, man. We filmed that in Dumbo. We started the day in Dumbo. We got soul food, and then we went to Yankee Stadium up there, and we were just chopping up the whole time. Very excited individual he is. So very excited.
Did Homicide turn and say, "Yo, I used to rob motherfuckers right over there. That's where he used to get our Vix at, bro. He used to catch Vix over there."
He didn't, but he told me a lot about the Yankees, and Mike knows I'm a Mets fan, you know. So I was like, man, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta yeah, we gotta wrap it up, man. I would
just wrap up the season at this point. I don't care.
But very, very excited. You know, it's when you bring matches like this that you see the best out of an individual, and you don't really see, especially Latinos and people of color, get that platform on a television base. People probably don't even know who I am that are tuning in. That they don't know we had issues with Triller TV. You know, we have our differences here and there, and I wanted to give this out for the people. So this will be streaming live and free Friday night, August 23rd on YouTube.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That I love that, and hopefully that everybody grabs up on that, and we definitely gonna do promotion for that. But just also, we had a change in the card, man. We had Jordan Grace going up against Masha.
We can talk about that
was a big change, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's get to it. Listen, TNA, we gotta talk, man. So I haven't even in person about this, so I'm very excited we get to talk about it real quick. TNA saw the announcement.
Turnbuckle Tabloid has the exclusive here, everybody.
Yeah,
So
we had, and this is all love and respect on all parties because they scout my talent. They scout. No, yeah. I would have took her out and took the title away too, but you know, I was like, no, you know, I'm gonna keep my agreement. But we announced Masha Slamovich, and she was going to face Jordan Grace. We announced the match, and it was the biggest match announcement in all of our socials, like ever. Like with the past 4 years, I've been promoting shows. So it did really insane the morning after, and I was in Puerto Rico during all of this, mind you. So I remember texting Jay and shit. I wake up the next morning, and TNA hits me up. They're like, yo, I don't know if we want to do this match. I can't really give all the details away, but they definitely want to do the match. It's not soon. I said, all right, yo, you know what? Out of respect, absolutely. Let's work together sometime, you know. And that's where I don't hear anything back type shit. So not only that, Jordan Grace has been amazing to work with. She's made this process completely easy and very transparent. So Jordan Grace, shout out you. She's going to have now an open challenge. I'm keeping both competitors on the card, but TNA just wants to have that respectful match. And I said, you know, sure thing. I want to burn a bridge with people that especially want to watch my shows and scout talent. That just raises our stock type shit. So I see Jordan Grace.
It's a butthole that TNA actually reached out to you for that, because I'd have been like, really? Match?
It's ridiculous. It's just the fact, like, all parties found out, like how I found out the day of, like when that happened. Like nobody was really notified of that. So, Jordan Grace is gonna have an open challenge versus a surprise opponent now, and she also gave the blessings in putting the TNA Knockouts Championship on the line Friday night as well.
Nice.
And Masha Slamovich, I'm not gonna be like, yo, Masha, you're out. You know what I'm saying? So Masha was a day one, and also people forget that before GCW and a lot of the amazing promotion, Prestige, Limitless, all these promotions, she actually started Violence and Suffering 4 years ago, and instantly blew up all because of her, and her work ethic is insane. So I was like, yeah, Masha, let's get a new match, and she's now gonna have a Pure Rules match, intergender Pure Rules match. You know, a lot of trashing goes in towards that because Masha could kick it doesn't matter what your gender is, Masha's gonna kick your ass. It is now Masha versus Joey Janela, and it is dope to have Joey Janela, a New Jersey dude, probably the only one from New Jersey on the card. If you follow my shows, you know that I like to not keep it local and bring a lot of North Carolina here, Texas there. So it's dope to have.
He dropped out on us.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
My bad. Someone just called me. Someone trolling. You hear me?
Okay. Go ahead with your Apple.
Phone. My bad.
Go ahead with your Apple phone.
Yeah.
What's up?
It is Apple. Yo, man. I like that one that folds, though. That shit is hard. I'm not going to front.
That one fits right. That'll be right up your alley, especially with all the stuff that you can do with it, like the big one.
If I could draw on it.
Yeah.
You might have got me.
Stylist. Comes with a stylist. We'll bring you.
Just split screen it.
Yeah.
Who's Ariana? Do you have an Apple or a Motorola?
No, I have a Samsung.
Oh, you have a Motorola?
Samsung.
Oh, you have a
Motorola. Motorola. Do they even exist anymore?
That's how I view Androids as. Yo, you getting the Nokia.
I love how you gave her two options and you just went with a completely third option. Like, what the fuck?
I know. Like,
that's how I see it. You gotta like flip. That flip thing is sick though, man.
No, I have a Nextel, bro. I'm still getting tweets. I'm getting them. Where you at, yo?
Where you at?
Yeah.
Oh, your flip phones and your sidekicks.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sidekick.
That's some real New York shit. But yeah, man. What do you think about intergender wrestling? I'm definitely interested in your take, Jay.
I love it. I love it.
It's all good. It's all good, Cornette.
You know I'm not a big fan of it. But I do love Masha and I do love the pairing that you have because I want to see her kick Joey's ass. So I'm with that.
I can't wait, man. That's gonna be a sick match. I'll announce it here. Masha versus Joey Janela is opening the whole show. They're gonna be
nice.
We're starting off hot. We're starting off worldwide hot on YouTube. So I'm announcing that right here. We also got on the card. We got a breakout triple threat. I love the matches that involve people that some people probably have never heard of. I'm a big fan of everybody in this matchup. Triple threat. I want to focus on that. I don't like scrambles. I feel like scrambles have too many people involved. Triple threats have more focus and spotlight to the individuals inside. So we're going to be having Morgan Dash, who is a high flyer out of North Carolina. We're going to have Ryan Clancy out of New Jersey, who is more old school and very brawler based. And then we're going to have Jody Ora, who I scouted off of LPW House of Glory from New York City.
Okay. So yeah, you got a nice trifecta there going on there. That's a nice.
No one wrestles the same. It's a good blend with a lot of fast paced individuals that are very hungry to. It's like those animals in a cage. You know, you just gotta let them loose and see what they could do. So
like a mongoose versus a mongoose versus a rattlesnake versus a panther.
Yeah, there we go. The story writes itself. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Like it brings a lot of intrigue, but that's also just because of how much of a fan I am of like pro wrestling. Because like I see a match like that on any card, I know everyone else is gonna be like, I don't care about that match. Who was that? I'm very grateful to have like a fan base that's like, yo, that's gonna be sick. Like next year they're gonna be on AEW. Next year they're gonna be on TNA. Next year they're gonna be on NXT. So this could be one of those cases where we feature someone who's not like on a GCW, not on a those type of higher level, more known independent wrestling companies. So that's gonna be a sick triple threat. And after that, we got more matches planned. We got I said Mosh one. I said Jordan Grace. We have Santana Jackson coming to the East Coast.
Oh my God! You know
Santana Jackson, your favorite wrestler, Jay.
First time we're gonna see him live in person.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's the best part about it. This is like 90% of the audience as well. The first time seeing him and seeing this individual live, and he is
insane. The amount of clips I've seen of this dude, and I get to see him live in person tomorrow.
And I know like it's a very grandiose type of gimmick to have a character based out of Michael Jackson, but Jay, his lucha libre is amazing, bro.
Yeah, I know. I would say that I did pop watching him versus B-Boy at VxS.
Nice.
Fucking hilarious, but I did pop that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a.
He also, I don't know if Ariana knows.
Years, man.
Yeah.
He had a match against Effie that won me over. I was like, yo, this guy could face anybody. Like, he's hella versatile. So, Santana Jackson's going to face House of Glory's Jay Lyon in a single.
Nice.
Now, I really want people to keep in mind, like, this whole show is like me. I had a full court creative ball in my court. I want to give back this show. So, yeah, that's going to be very dope. What do you think about Jay Lyon, though?
Oh, that's the fam. Love him. I love him.
A lot of people from my side, they don't know who he is really.
Yeah, huh?
A lot of like VxS demographic, they don't really they didn't know who he was.
Wow. Interesting, but
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see him work as singles because he's been doing tag for the longest time now.
Right. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, exactly. Big key point where I was also even more interested in this special attraction match is what we theme it. How we theme like every match. So this is gonna be very special attraction. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, Isaac, you're doing big things, and I'm not just saying this as your best friend, but it's like looking at the show overall, you're giving a lot of people opportunities to shine, and you're giving us a first time ever that we haven't seen in ever with Homicide and Kenta on the same show.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a secret when I'm done previewing it based off of like even making it possible. For sure, like there's a formula to it. There definitely is a formula building a card, and I definitely see potential everybody involved. This is gonna be a very dope match. I know there's like people are like expecting comedy based, but it's much more than that. And both individuals are great athletes and trained by some of the best trainers. So yeah, very dope. Bringing in Santana Jackson, and then we're also gonna have. I'll be honest right here, right now. This is a troll match. Jimmy Lloyd is facing his illegitimate Mexican father, Ricardo Rodriguez. This is how I'm advertising the match. Keep in mind, I have been public about this already. He is his illegitimate.
Thank you for coming on Turnbuckle Tabloid.
I am
Ricardo Rodriguez.
I'm not moving anywhere for this match.
I saw a clip of Ricardo Rodriguez that went viral of him and MLW like working. He was actually like doing amazing.
He's a luchador. He can work. Yeah.
I looked at the reaction as well. It was very like minded. I kept saying online like, yo, this guy's actually better than Del Rio. This guy's actually
I was about to say he's better than Alberto Del Dipshit.
Yeah, he's been a luchador.
100. They chose the wrong guy to wear a scarf. I think that Ricardo Rodriguez is very underrated individual. But like he also runs his own promotion in Pennsylvania called Three Legacies Wrestling. Is a very dope, diverse company. Ricardo Rodriguez, so he's also very creative. I want to involve creative people in what I do. So him and Jimmy Lloyd got very similar base. There's a Ultima Lucha. I'm naming it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is
I'm smelling Matt Cardona appearing, brother.
Oh, he's a broski too. Yo, that's another thing that since I last saw this guy, he became a broski. What's that about, Jim? Come on, man. Anyways,
he's going back to basics with Ricardo Rodriguez. But man, we're looking forward to the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Night.
Thank you. I can't wait to actually see how it comes out.
This is what you call a hodgepodge of styles in these matches. It's like you got it's eclectic all across the board.
Just looking at the poster right now, you have Homicide, Jordan Grace, Kenta, Masha Slamage, and right in the middle, Santana Jackson, right where he's supposed to be.
He's pointing at you, Mike. I want to give a shout out to Sam Laterna, our ring announcer making her debut. We are going to have a female actually ring announce our entire show and be the host.
Nice.
It's the first time ever this match. So I'm very excited to see what Sam Laterna does. Sam Laterna, she's usually known online for her backstage work or broadcast journalist aura, and she never really ring announces. And I had a conversation where I was like, I saw you ring announce one show and it was really good a few years ago. What do you think if you did this? And then so I think a lot of other people are going to see her and then hire her to be their ring announcer after the show. She's amazing, and Sam Laterna, shout out you. You're a real one. She's right next to Michael Jackson, between her and Masha Slamovich and Santana Jackson right there.
People need to give you more flowers because you put on banger after banger.
You already got the hookup. You know him. Stop it.
Shut up.
Really,
let me put him over because you put on show after show, but just the idea that you also want to give back to a lot of the people that you work with and just like you look up to. Like it's truly, there's not a lot of people like you out there that's in wrestling right now. Honest to God, there need to be more people like you.
Now with me, I have to tell them is like I said, we know each other.
You fucking suck. You need to.
Yeah. I love that criticism. It makes us better.
Nah, but I love the fact that
you know what I'm saying. Like that's how the world goes around.
He had it in his head already. He was like, I want to do this. Even when he was, his teenage years and he was going through it, and he's like, nah, this is what I want to do.
Like I never want. I said this on an interview before with Jay multiple times. Like I never went into the game wanting to be a professional wrestler or a professional wrestling promoter, or even I guess a host or a manager or broadcaster, on-screen personality. I wanted to do cinematography and bring like stories to life with like a cool aspect that Lucha Underground used to have, like a cool aspect. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. Wrestling Society X even had, it's like on some real fun, relatable fusions of wrestling beyond just like what we're used to seeing in WWE and now AEW. So this is gonna be dope. We have one more match. We got Kevin Blackwood from Buffalo, New York.
It's my guy.
Kevin Blackwood from Buffalo, New York. West Coast Pro Champion now. He's been seen at House of Glory. He's been seen in Defy Wrestling. He's been seen in GCW. He's been seen in any DPW especially, which is awesome. Shout out to John Blood, one of my homies. Kevin Blackwood, killing it. He's going to be facing Jackson Drake, another up-and-coming individual from North Carolina. And there's going to be a very strong style showcase of a match. So something might be dope in this match. I'm just going to tease that.
Nah, you put me on to Kevin early on. It was like he was
on that same show. You saw Santana versus B-Boy.
Yeah,
Gabe Sky.
Yeah, definitely. And it was one of those. And whenever he popped up on an indie show that I was watching or an event, I was like, "Oh, that's my boy Blackwood. What's good?" Like it was always like that.
Straight edge, too. He's sick.
And and he knows what to do in there in the ring as well. Very, very good. Very good work in there.
Jackson Drake. I see the world. He faced Teriyaki last show, and he did amazing.
That name just still gets me. Like it's just Teriyaki.
I know
my favorite food and my favorite name.
We know, Mike. We know. We know. But yeah, man, this card it's gonna be ridiculous, man. So tomorrow is gonna be a fucking event. Arrival 2 live tomorrow at the Mecca. You guys, if you can't make it, fucked up on y'all. That's y'all. That's
it. It's literally a skip and a jump from Manhattan.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump
from Manhattan. If you're coming from like Upper Brooklyn, it's gonna be 40 minutes. If you're coming from Manhattan, it's like 20 minutes. And there's also one bus that goes there from the city. So relatively close.
Ariana be doing those trips. Ariana does those trips.
Last time we were at the Mecca, we took the bus.
Is like 40 minutes or 45, something like that.
It's a quick ride. You should ride in front of 7-Eleven and get your snacks, and you go to the show.
Listen, I take the train too. It's a smart way.
As a matter of fact, there was a spot that our favorite referee took me to. Is right up the block. It's like a fast food joint, but the food was banging. I forgot the name of that joint. I'm gonna make sure. Angel took it. No, I'm saying Angel took us there. But there's a fast food spot that's really. I gotta check.
There's there's a parking lot. There's a 7-Eleven on the same block. There's a liquor store. There's a pizza shop. There's a
there's a what? There's a what? There's a liquor store.
Oh boy.
There's a pizza shop.
There's a liquor place around my corner.
It's a dope location. I know, this venue is called the Mecca because they run a lot. They run a lot of shows at.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like every week, there's some school running, and then there's another school from Long Island that comes in, and then there's another company. So I want fans to understand that I don't plan on doing every show here. I want to do once a year and make it very special, because this is also the roots of what Violence and Suffering. Foreign to Be, shout out Orlando, and shout out to Pete's Sake. The OGs that founded the company.
Yeah, definitely,
they started in that building. Since then, we've grown to become something watched around the world that I'm very proud of to make. So it wouldn't be possible without them, and it wouldn't be possible without the outlets I'm in right now, Turnbuckle Tabloid. So yeah, and about the secret I wanted to say about Mike was yo man, this is a banger after bangers. So the secret is very simple. Just care about everyone in every match. That's literally it. Care about everyone and put the same effort and focus on every match like it's a main event. It doesn't have to be The Rock versus John Cena, but give it a theme, give it interest, give it its own purpose. So yeah, just give them effort, care about the people you book.
Yeah, I told you, man, when you guys went to the West Coast, my brother's best friend went to a VxS show, and he said he loved it. Out of all the shows that were running that weekend, he said VxS was the best show. And I was
the Mania week.
I was like, that's my peoples, that's my family. That's my family. Man. I said, damn right, you're going to love that. He said, damn fucking right.
Jay Malachi, Javon Evans exit. That was a hell of a fucking show to be at. Good shit.
But,
Shout out to them if they're listening.
I have to say that once again, I could always tell you how proud I am of you, and of course of what we see of VxS and what's been going on. And shout out to Jack. Jack has always been a supporter for Turnbuckle Tabloid as well. But even still, to you guys have a beautiful relationship, and you guys invest so much time in putting something together like this. It's always great to see, especially for young minds, man. And I always tell the up and coming, that's coming up. Like I said, even when I said Isaac had a passion early on, he wanted to do a cinematography. His love was wrestling. He wanted to do more creatively. But for him to dive in and do this, get hands on, get his hands dirty to do this, it's a big step. And not a lot of young kids.
I got lucky, man. I got really lucky, man.
You fell face first in a bunch of horse shit and fucking hit the lotto.
There was nothing. There was no wrestling during the pandemic. You know this. Like, I went nuts.
And you made it. And you made
there
it
was
happen.
no wrestling, and it was just literally like how the world flowed and shit. So
you made it happen. I love the stories Matt told me when your first VxS show. Matt stories were hilarious, bro.
Oh my god, the commentary.
Yeah. Oh please, that's another story. But we're not gonna hold you up, brother. But we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, bro. Mm-hmm. I can't wait, guys.
And as always, love you, my guy.
Mi gente, thank you so much for having me, bro. Everyone have a good night, all right?
See you tomorrow, brother.
See you tomorrow.
Laters. So yeah, my people, we're gonna be in the building, and if you're not there, you suck. Fuck you, because we're gonna be there. You know what? Watch it on YouTube. Whatever. So yeah, it's literally. I guess it's been I had to do something. I had to fill in time. So by the way, back to what we did in a wrestling rundown. Right?
Yes.
Ricochet got a big contract. Are we happy for Ricochet? What are we doing now?
I mean, we knew this was happening. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a side of him that may not have been visible in WWE.
I mean,
what we saw before he was in WWE, I should say.
Oh yeah.
On the ground
Cut a promo. That's all I need.
He's gonna be
cut
something.
A promo. Please cut a promo.
My name is King Ricochet, and I'm the best.
For all we know, he may come out with something like strong.
Right.
Because
that big nose motherfucker did get me shit.
Big nose motherfucker. Oh, they took me out. They killed me on the way out.
It took me a minute. I thought he was talking about he's talking about Triple H. Oh, I got it.
I got killed by Scott Steiner's nephew. Fuck you.
Boy, he bodied him, man.
And Braun Breaker's a bigger star now because of that.
Yeah, so I honestly believe get that bag, boy. You're gonna get that money.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't see why people complain. Just they're gonna get paid, whether he wrestles once a week, once a month, he getting paid.
That's what I said. Fuck it. And that's what
could work elsewhere, which is awesome.
I mean, do New Japan again. Do the G1 over there.
Come to HOG, man.
That's true. He's a former champion.
He's their inaugural champ.
Right. Come back. Throw him in there with Mike Bailey.
Oh, it's where we get the meats and gravies, ladies and gentlemen. All in predictions. And are we excited? Yay!
Yeah, I am.
I mean, compared to last year's All In?
Well, last year's All In, we were at a venue. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was already partially inebriated by 3 and had to work that night. But it was a great fucking time. It's like,
it was.
I think this time here, I'm kind of skeptical about the lineup, the card, but let's go through it. Let's go through the 27 matches that they have lined up. So,
no, we only have 10. We are recording this Thursday.
Now,
we're recording this.
We still have Collision.
Yeah, Rampage, because big things happening on Rampage.
Exactly.
Show. Collision.
Right. There is a spoiler because we're going to go over the match card because they did tape Collision, and the fourth team has been added in, and we'll go over it. But There is one match on the 0 hour that I think Jay's really looking forward to.
Oh crap! Yeah, which is what?
Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. And there is a stip. The winning team will choose the stipulation of the match between Nightingale and Statlander for All Out in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there is a pay-per-view in 2 weeks.
Right.
Why is this so goddamn confusing? Why do we do so much?
I mean,
why?
Well, it's the anticipation of people being able to get All Out. It's like a to be continued.
I mean,
yeah, of course. I mean, they kind of tied in with each other, right?
I mean, we went over when we talked about them doing All In Texas. They're moving it to July, so All Out could have its own month again.
Right.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just because of point A of person B who can't get a match, so we do C and D for this person to get a match. I'm like, it's almost like old school arithmetic. Like let's get the modern math. I like the modern. No, as a matter of fact, that shit is horrible too. You know what? You're right. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's do what we got right.
Also,
right.
just to be a quick little AEW fanboy. Stokely Hathaway's on the show and Kazuchika Okada's not. This is bullshit.
Well, we still don't know yet, right?
Right, we don't know.
I don't know anymore, but. I mean, this one seems obvious. Willow and Ishii win.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I think it's gonna be hilarious seeing Stokely running away from Ishii.
Either way, yeah.
He's a clown.
Like Ishii is like he's not the man that we used to know. It's like our grandfather trying to chase people off the lawn. It's like Bendito.
That's basically what he is now.
We gotta get him the gun. We gotta get him the gun. That's what he'll do. He'll just shoot.
I mean, there's one wrestler in Japan that does that shit all the time. He just pulls a gun out on everybody.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. That's a weird gimmick.
So are we in agreement for Ishii and Willow?
Yeah, I guess. Yes.
I mean, I don't want to predict a stip because God only knows what they'll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, any guesses on the stipulation?
Cage match, strap match,
hardcore match.
Yeah, I'm leaving that alone.
It'll probably be a hardcore match. They like those for the ladies.
Stokely Hathaway must be suspended in a shark cage.
Yo, that would be hilarious. He up there squealing.
You know what? Mike says that shit and watch.
That's what's gonna happen.
You bring it to fruition. Watch that shit happen.
That'd be so funny.
Girl, for real.
To avoid the distractions, he must be suspended in a shark cage. So now we're going to the main show. I'm going to go from least who gives a shit to most important.
Why don't you go down with what the card looks like?
Last chance match for the FTW Championship. The Learning Tree. Chris Jericho defends against Hook.
Can we just have Hook? Sorry, go ahead.
Did anybody watch Dynamite last night and how over Big Bill was?
Yeah.
We still love you.
That crowd was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Fallen Angel got a chant.
If Hook loses, he can never challenge for the FTW Championship again as long as Jericho is champion. I mean,
can we just see Hook squash the shit out of Jericho for once?
Yeah.
Get the belt, and that's it.
No, I want him to lose so he doesn't have to give a fuck about a belt that is useless. It's not supposed to be a belt that has any importance.
I know, but still, do we really want to see Jericho win?
Do we really want to see Hook win? I mean, Hook is in this purgatory of I'm going to fight for my dad's belt every year,
right?
Every month.
That's the way I'm like.
Is that Taz?
So
I'll be right back. It's Amazon.
Somebody sent Hook.
Someone's at the door.
At 8:00 at night. 8:00 at night.
I'm so done with this Jericho shit, and I know it's done purposely,
just to be a troll.
Yeah, and it's now become more annoying than anything else.
But Jay, it's even worse. It's like the double whammy. It's like, I'm annoyed with Jericho on TV, and I'm also annoyed with Hook constantly fighting for his dad's belt.
Right.
And then meanwhile, with the rumors of Hook being a free agent and possibly testing out, it's like, what? Because like, say Hook does leave, does the FTW belt stay around in AEW?
Good question. Good call.
Because I mean, if his dad leaves, Taz leaves as well. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking stay around with this. I'm gonna take my property back.
Please, like I said, this is just one of those matches that I guess Jericho is trying to be the good guy and wants to make it seem as though that he's putting the talent over.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, at this point in time, I don't care. And Hook is fine. He'll grow to be, if you put him in better match situations, better singles, let him wrestle some legit people. He doesn't need angles like storylines like
not
this.
at all.
They're actually hurting him.
You said it for Ricochet too. Give Hook a chance to talk on the microphone. I mean, the promo last week where it was kind of funny, where it was like, "Can you see out of your eye? Can you see out of your eye? I can't see it in my eye."
Yeah, it wasn't bad though.
I mean, it's a start.
Yeah,
this is the second year in a row he's fighting for his dad's belt, and it's going to be the same outcome. It doesn't even matter at this point.
He's going to be the most acclaimed FTW champion ever.
Next up, casino gauntlet match for a future AEW World Championship match. Participants already announced are Orange Cassidy enters at number 1. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, Hangman Adam Page, Evil Uno, and Roderick Strong. And I assume Ricochet's in this. And I hate that this match is also weird too because it's a gauntlet, and this match can end anytime they want. So if they start with Hangman and Orange Cassidy, and Hangman just pins him in the first 5 minutes while the third person runs out, it's over.
Yeah,
nobody gets a chance to be in this match anymore.
Wasn't it supposed to be 21 people in this match before?
No, this is the gauntlet they do.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's so confusing. Okay, yeah, all right. How many is supposed to be in the gauntlet?
God, Jay, that's the thing. Nobody knows.
Right?
They come out as they come out.
It's like every 5 minutes a new person comes out, and then whoever scores the pin, the match is immediately over.
The match ends, right?
Right.
This ain't this casino battle royal thing where you had 5 people come out with
it's a casino gauntlet.
The gauntlet, right?
Which I'd rather have them do the battle royal thing, because then if you had the Joker, it could have been fucking Ricochet, and boom, there's your pop. But no, you have to do the gauntlet.
He may still come out as a Joker, though.
It'd be funny if it does start with Hangman and Orange, and then Ricochet's third, and Hangman's like hit the buckshot lariat 1, 2, 3, and match is over. Hangman wins. Fuck you all.
I swear to you right now, if Orange Cassidy wins this, I'm not watching the rest of the show. I swear.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's not.
Jay, relax.
It's definitely
everything. This dude is like, he's the ultimate everything in this company.
Yeah, Francisco was asking too, like, why is he on every show? I'm like, maybe because he actually accepts every freaking creative.
Because he's willing to work.
He's willing to work.
He's fucking Tony Khan's best friend. Like that's all it is. Remember Tony Khan dressed like him for Halloween. I think like 3 years in a row or some shit.
Yeah, but when you have a roster as broad as this, and you have one person that's willing to say, I will work every Wednesday, I'll work every Friday, I'll work every Saturday.
But you're gonna put him over? Fuck
no, he's not gonna win it though.
Jay, Hangman Page wins this because I think it's the title shot for All Out.
Okay,
and we get to the main event. It has to make sense for Hangman to win this.
We'll see Hangman versus Ricochet.
Did you guys see that clip, the segment from the last night when he was talking to Renee and then Evil Uno passed by and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in it,"
and they beat the shit out of him.
And then Hangman just takes the chair quietly. Yeah. He was very quiet behind him with the chair, like, okay. And then he just slams him with it and then rolled over him with his luggage.
And then you forget that they have history. Like, remember,
right?
So
he was like, "Hey, Hanger, what's up?" You know, all happy we talked to him.
Yeah, okay. Hangman wins, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully.
Meanwhile, that's not the match that's going to have the biggest clusterfuck. This one is 4-way London ladder match for the AEW World Trios titles.
Oh, fuck off.
How many people are in the trios? 3. How many teams? 4.
So 12.
12 people.
Is this going to be better or worse than that clusterfuck ladder match at WrestleMania Night 1 for the tag titles?
I don't know, but here are your
That was
participants.
a horrible match.
Team number 1, you have the champions, the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne, accompanied by Mother Wayne, who on the website is acknowledged as a trios champion.
She had the belt.
Jay, what'd you say?
I hope she goes through a fucking table.
I actually would love to see her take a bump.
Yeah. Team number 2, the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson, and the Guns. Team number 3, House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. And team number 4, with a win over Top Flight and Action Andretti, it is Pac and the Blackpool Combat Club. Claudia Castagnoli.
Honestly, I want to see Tough Flight get that.
Well, do you remember the last time Top Flight was in a ladder match, Ari? We must have.
But Dante just did the ladder match at Forbidden Door.
Also, we were talking about this earlier with the contract tampering for Lucha Bros. Why are they not in this match? There's a logical reason. Because they want to go to Connecticut.
By the way,
be part of the LWO.
By the way,
never be seen again.
By the way, did you see the new gimmick that Top Flight has?
Me and Ariana were talking about this earlier today. It's like you have a young tag team, and then you put them with their new friend Action Andretti. You give them a mentor, Leo Rush, and then you give them a hot ass woman, Layla Gray. It's like, what else do you want for this group?
And they all dressed in flight attendants. And Leo is not wearing any of that shit.
He's got his fluffy stuff on.
He's not even like the
he's not even the pilot.
No, he's not even a tower.
Darius is the pilot.
Exactly. He's not even a guy who's the tower operator, like making sure that all the flights come in, land safely.
He's not the one to give out the pillows or the nuts.
He's so going to turn the flight attendant. No, he's the guy for the luggage, grabbing the luggage outside.
Lila Gray's the flight attendant. That's who
she's the flight attendant. She looks adorable.
Yeah, not for nothing. Top Flight should be in this because looking at this whole 14 just screams bullshit. Because Pac has an international championship match that he's not getting in his home country. That's some horse shit. And you have Claudio, who just went to a time limit draw with Okada, and you don't even want to run that back for this show. And then, why? Because you want to put Wheeler Yuta on the show. Got to get the Wheeler on the show.
You know what?
Patriarchy has to win this.
I said they have to retain.
12 people in a fucking ladder. I mean, we had 12 people this year at WrestleMania, but this just
that match was shit, man. I was the whole time like, this is garbage.
The ladder was struggling to stay alive.
That one foam ladder they had, and the rest foam came out of it. Oh.
Damian Priest is afraid of heights, and you give him the broken ladder to work.
And he's afraid of heights. His big ass.
Yeah.
Too many
cooks.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. It's like
it's too much.
Next up, we have a coffin match for the TNT Championship. Jack Perry defends against Darby Allin. There is already a photo of Darby Allin on top of the big arch thing on Wembley practicing his entrance. God help him. God help him.
He's something, man. It should be a fun match, though.
Yeah.
Another coffin match at All In.
Make it a tradition.
It has to be, right? They have to make that a tradition.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna they're gonna make the lid have glass, so Jack Perry go real glass, Phil.
Spikes of glass coming out of it. That
cry me a river.
That'd be Jay's face.
And this is another one of those cases where a wrestler has something guaranteed in the future already because Darby Allin is challenging the AEW World Champion at Grand Slam. So why does Darby want? Technically, Jack should retain.
Yeah, I think this is more like a grudge match for him.
Wouldn't it be just funny that he just made this belt and he loses it? Like it's just
that'd be the funny thing.
It would fit Darby's look, though.
Right. He just made his.
Yeah. It's grunge. It's dark. You know.
You just see Darby break the belt on the ring steps, like fuck this shit.
Perry wins. Yeah, Perry wins this.
Next up, another made up title. or we'll see how long it lasts. MJF defends against Will Ospreay for the AEW American Championship.
Oh, yeah, Ospreay's getting his back.
Yeah. And then we're getting Ospreay and Pac for Chicago.
Yeah.
So that we could have him pull out the old belt and then
right.
Yeah.
Because he took it out of the garbage.
Yeah.
Tossed it. And brought out his Cody Rhodes belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Daniel Garcia make his return here?
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't see him jumping ship. I don't
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although what's No Mercy's coming out soon.
Yeah.
That would be funny if that does happen. But no, I don't see him jumping ship.
No, I don't see it. Yeah.
So Will retains the belt here. Next up, okay, this match, we have a lot to talk about with this one. Okay. For the AEW TBS title, Mercedes Moné with Camille versus Britt Baker.
Mm-hmm.
This match, the build fell off a cliff as soon as Britt Baker called Alicia Atout a cunt.
I think the build for this match happened because, honestly, nobody really cares.
I mean, the first week it was fine, but then once the suspension happened, it's like, Britt Baker's back to her shit again. So it's like, who cares?
The crowd last night was really into their promo, though.
Yeah, but look at
out, telling her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but look at what act though.
I know
they're overseas. Yeah, I could have farted in the middle of the ring and got a chance. Like
that was awesome.
Exactly. They made a song. Jay fought.
Yo, they sang to FTR's theme song.
Exactly.
They
love
sing
it,
to everything.
Love it.
You gotta love it. They're so great.
Jay, you know it'd be a more creative champion. Do you wipe? One wipe or two? Do you need to wipe? One wipe or two?
Jay, that'd been like a Queen song. Just Jay went and farts. Jay went and farts. So
was it a shit or was it a short? Was it a shit?
I think that they gotta take one of these belts off of her, so it's not gonna be there. So Britt gotta get the win here. They have to get some kind of pop. But I kind of believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the match that Jamie Hayter returns, or is it the other match?
No, I think it's this one.
It's this one. Jamie Hayter. It makes because Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker are still friends in the storyline. There was no dissension.
Right.
Not for nothing. I could see this match legit go 5 minutes because of the suspension. This is Britt's punishment. Oh, you still get your match, but your match now gets shortened.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, they asked Tony about her suspension, and he pretty much glossed over that and was like, he's really happy that she's back on TV and really happy for, you know how he is with his really happies. He put her over big time. Put her over big time. So, like, for somebody who's supposedly suspended, like,
that's going to be my new shirt. There's going to be a shirt, Tony Khan, and everything down the line is going to, I'm really happy, really happy, really happy, really happy, right down the line.
I'm really happy I fired CM Punk. I'm really happy I fired.
Yeah.
I'm really happy MJF's back.
Exactly.
I'm really happy I'm a mark.
I'm gonna say that Britt gets the win here with some assistance.
Really?
Yeah, Jamie's gonna come and help her.
Yeah.
Even up the odds with Camille.
I say Mercedes retains, Camille comes for the attack, and then Jamie comes out for the save. Because more than likely, all out, we're getting a tag match.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, okay, this is the women's match I think we all care the most about because of the build. Timeless Tony Storm defends against the Glamour, Mariah May.
God,
I think the initial turn where Mariah beat the shit out of her, made her bleed. I'm trying to think. Other than that, I think it's been solid up and down. But I think aside from that one moment on TV, I think pretty much has been standard stuff. We have Tony being like, "I want to kill you." And Mariah's like, once I kill you, I rise to the top." Basic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think I see her coming out just like Tony. So it'll be like Tony versus Tony. Because I always said it, like, the day she turns on her is the day she completely transforms into Tony Storm.
Or maybe this is what snaps Tony back into, like, making her go backwards, her old self.
I don't kind of want to see that. I love her as this.
No, but I'm just saying for one night at least, to beat the
Come
person that thinks she knows everything about me. I'm gonna go back to what I used to know
and act like the old Tony Storm because everything is an act. for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jay, you've been very quiet. Jay, you've been very quiet about
That
this.
actually would be cool.
Oh, no, you guys are having a conversation, so I know when to step on people. But I kind of believe I like that premise where Tony Storm comes back as her old ways, and Mariah May comes as the now one. Right. And it kind of like if and I'm gonna date my age, but it's kind of like that single white female kind of thing, kind of premise like that. So I get that, but I think that Mariah gets the win here. I think that Tony, she did a hell of a job. She had a great run with the title, with the gimmick and all that.
Fantastic.
And you know what? She could take a break for a little bit.
Question I have is, do you guys think that Mina is going to show her face?
I was gonna think the same thing, but I was kind of like on the fence to have kind of belief that 2 run-ins or women's matches were going to happen. But I believe that Mariah gets the win here, but she does something dastardly. Or maybe Luther turns.
Ooh.
I think maybe. I think if Mariah wins, she's probably gonna add insult to injury, try and tag more, and then Mina comes out for the save.
Yeah, maybe.
Like enough's enough. Like go to the back. You got your title.
Right.
Oh Jesus! Triple threat for the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Oh my God!
The Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed.
Give it to the Acclaimed. Just give it to them.
The FTR, I feel like they're in this just to eat the pin.
Yeah, I think the Acclaimed are getting it.
It should have been straight up Young Bucks and Acclaimed, because this match, because the Young Bucks won the belts back in April. They haven't defended them since 2 weeks ago,
right?
And the Acclaimed won their right to challenge them last month. So it's like, what are you guys waiting for? I know because the Bucks have a new deal with it per appearance, but it's like the Logan Paul thing. Don't give your belts to part-timers at this point.
Right.
Yeah,
it's time for them to drop it.
Tony's their buddies. He loves it. That goes with it.
It worked for the gimmick because they're like the elite, they're the EVP, so of course they're gonna have belts. But now it's time to take it off of them. And I think it's time for the Acclaim to get them back.
Yeah,
they were so popular. They were so over with it when they were the tag champs 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever it was. I mean, they blew up with those belts. So let them have another run with it.
Yeah, I don't think they're done yet. I think the Elite are gonna find a way to weasel themselves a win and get that heelish heat when they're walking out that stadium. So I take the Elite here.
It's so annoying with this story because if you want to do the Bucks as the annoying bosses, that's fine. But when you try to do the whole Christopher Daniels is the voice for Tony Khan. Tony Khan is standing 5 feet away from you. Why isn't he talking?
Because he doesn't want to get beat up by them again.
So here's another thing. They've already beat up Christopher Daniels. He's useless. Why not switch? Why not switch authority? Why not switch?
He can take it.
But why not switch authority figures? Because not for nothing, Jay. I know you've been missing his theme song on Dynamite. You have the Big Show under contract. Why don't you make him like Tony Khan's bodyguard or make him like his protector? Because if the Bucks want to say, "Oh, we're going to kill Tony Khan," there's the Big Show standing there. Try it.
Have you seen him lately? Man,
just have the Big Show stand there. Don't have him do anything.
Man could barely walk these days. Bendito, I saw him at that Jericho cruise. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? It was almost like when I saw Frankie Valli on that stage. I'm like, who's doing this to this old man? Like
Frankie Valli,
it's like, show, what are you doing? Like, get out of here. It's all right. Take the L. Take the knee, bro.
And he's got a new hip.
Is it though? Is it?
It's like 10-year-old hip. Main event. This is probably gonna be the one we are split on. Title versus career ? Because if Bryan loses, he's still retiring in October. But whatever. Swerve Strickland defends against Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Title.
Yeah, this one. At first I was pretty sure Swerve would win it and then he would retire Bryan or whatever the case may be. But I don't know now. I can see him winning.
Mm-hmm.
And then, having the all-out match and then having a rematch with Swerve at Wrestle Dream, whereas they're both their home states. Swerve gets his belt back. Brian retires. And they both are like, I see that happening. And then he could go and get his neck surgery before the end of the year.
Because they really never, they haven't clarified what it means. Because Brian Danielson is currently in storyline not working with a contract. He says once he's done with this match, he's still not done till October for Wrestle Dream. So it's like, what, you're taking a month off and then you're having one final match at Wrestle Dream?
No, he'd probably just free agent it for a bit. Like Moxie was doing.
I guess. Also, too, with Swerve, I wouldn't take the belt off him if the idea is to do him and what the fuck was that?
What happened?
You live in the hood, son?
Not at all.
No, you in Brownsville. And in Brown, it's South Bronx. I hear you, bro.
Like gunshots.
First Taz went to Ariana's house. Now he's trying to come over here.
I know. You locked my door.
But anyway, I think I would have Swerve retain. Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on out there?
Who you got?
I got Swerve retaining. I wouldn't end this.
I said Audi. I said who Audi got?
Oh my bad.
I personally I want Swerve to retain, but I think they're gonna give the belt to Brian for a couple of months.
Yeah, I think the whole storytelling of he's out of the contract, he's this, he's that. I really believe it's just smoke and mirror. Brian Danielson wins.
He still is technically an employee since he is a director or whatnot. I mean, that's a separate thing, obviously, but he isn't going anywhere.
He has that Triple H deal. Remember when Triple H and Stephanie had the two kind of contracts? They had the employee underneath the WWE umbrella, but a talent that they had. So I think it's that same kind of thing.
Right.
I think Brian Danielson gets the win here, which would be a shame because they really fucking dropped the ball on Swerve's run. And the best thing would be to have Swerve beat him. But the thing that bothered me was the stip about the retirement thing. That's the one that kind of like, that's the one that put that.
Yeah.
Right. And also the interviews Brian's been doing, he goes, well, I never want to be world champion. And it's like, now you're in the main event fighting for the world title. And if you don't win, you're retiring. Yeah.
So what's the reasoning for that?
Mr. TK and Danielson, you booked yourselves into a corner. I mean, this is the same. Another pay-per-view where Swerve's like in the odd situation where you put him in the triple threat with Hangman Joe, and then you don't have him win. Then you do the rematch immediately with Joe, and then you tell the story that if he doesn't win, he doesn't get another shot. So guess what? He wins, and then he has a match with Christian, Ospreay, and now Danielson. Like, you're not helping this guy's case, and it's like you made him turn heel just for this program, and then what? 2 weeks? Oh, he's back to being a babyface against the heel Hangman Page.
Right.
Technically, he's not supposed to be a heel, according to him.
Yeah,
so they say.
It's so weird.
In his Delulu mind,
But
that's it for All In.
You're gonna wrap it up here on All In. I want to thank everybody who partook, who was part of the whole. Wow, we put an hour and a half in today. God, this is some good work, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Big shout out to ThatPunkIssac who dropped in share his love of wrestling as well as his love of VxS Arrival 2. You guys don't want to miss it tomorrow at Ridgefield, New Jersey. We're going to be in the building. Turnbuckle Tabloid and New York Wrestle Media will be in the building. Mike, Ariana, and the crew will be standing tall, representing, doing big things there. And if you're not there, you can watch it on YouTube. He's giving us a gift. If you're not able to make it, you can watch it on YouTube at their page as well. Big time. But you guys give your socials and let everybody know what you got going on and what's upcoming with the show.
Ladies first.
Okay, ladies first. So you can find me on Instagram at Ariana Not the Grande, as you can see right there. And Mike, go ahead.
You can follow me at M_Santina for episode 2 is about to be released up next week for History and Headlocks. Episode 3, we also announced And we'll announce it on here. Episode 3, we'll be covering when celebrities enter the forbidden door in professional wrestling. So that's going to be
That's gonna be fun.
It's going to be a very interesting episode to go through the vast history of celebrities involved in wrestling. But all updates for our show and for many more updates on all the shows on New York Wrestling Media YouTube channel.
Guys, as always, thank you for your time and much more coming down the line. And as always, check you guys in a sec. And before I let you go, I have to play the outro. Why? Because Mark never knows when the show ends. So check you guys in a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.